everyone and welcome back to another video. It is Francesco here. Welcome back to the Keep Productive YouTube channel. If you're brand new, but if you're regular, welcome back. So today's video is going to be diving into Evernote and how Evernote will exist in the future in terms of whether it will crash and burn or whether it will become a successful application. Now, just before we dive in, I am an Evernote community leader, so I do have access to training and things like that, but I am not biased on the application. Like, I use it every single day as a routine note-taking application, but I am very open to future trends and things like that, and I do like to try and give you the best information I can. So let's dive in. Evernote have, of course, over the last year, not made a huge amount of updates. Their latest and biggest change was Evernote Spaces, a brand new Evernote Business experience, allowing users to essentially create this dashboard with pinned notes and recent notes, as well as an activity log to see what other people are getting up to. This was available for Evernote Business and they intend to roll it out to every user. And this is a good step forward, but isn't really what I'm aiming for here. Evernote is facing a dramatic problem with their system and will face in the next year or two with the fact that they are more of a static application. Now, the way I see Evernote now is I go into my Evernote and I create a brand new note, or I attach it to a note, and I find that experience more of a go-to note-taking application. I'll go in, find the information I need, and come back out with it. Whereas when I'm using applications like Notion or Airtable, I'm going in and I'm creating my experience. I'm actually spending more time there because I'm planning projects. Now, over the last year, personally, I found that my Evernote experience has changed dramatically. It has become more static. I go in, find the notes I need and come out, versus actually planning projects inside of Evernote. And that's mainly due to its features as well as its core design. And that's something they definitely need to consider. Evernote, of course, has over 100 million users, and that's something that can't just go away tomorrow like that. Of course, I'm talking on a scale of like 2, 3, 4 years. If Evernote aren't able to make some huge dramatic changes to their system, their workspace, this is going to be a struggle. Now, from when I started following Evernote, I think I was like 15 or 16 years old, I found a huge interest in their resource, mainly because what it did well is it took you beyond allowing you just to take notes. It allowed you to go a bit further than that. And of course today it still does, but with this rapid increase in software that is a bit more open and a bit more fluid to adding your own experience, of course Evernote will be behind. Now, naturally, there are people like Enrico Nalla who takes the Evernote experience to a brand new level, being able to create their own templates and functions like that. But for the basic user, this is something that is a bit more trickier. And even for the advanced user, you have to learn all of this stuff in vast quantities. Like, Enrico hasn't got to where he is now with his setup just by like taking it in. He's learned it and he's been able to adopt it. So Evernote faces an issue or a bottleneck in the future when it comes to its features, being able to create this workspace, as well as its design and sort of aims in the future. And this is something I do think they're addressing, but at the moment, as Tracy mentioned a couple of days ago in the comments, Evernote Business is one of their core focuses, so they're spending a lot of time there. Now, as you can imagine, this is all speculation and really me just giving you my opinion on stuff. I used to be superly pro Evernote in there's going to be a new feature coming, but I do think that Evernote is, if they're not going to release anything in the next 2 years, going to really struggle against these big applications. So guys, of course, I hope you don't take this direct and go, bye bye Evernote, see you later. I do hope that you understand where I'm coming from. Evernote is focusing much more on a static experience, whilst other applications are developing this more fluid experience. And it's something I think that Evernote will need to take note on. In the last year, for example, they released their tables function, which was a dramatic improvement to the experience, but still something they need to work on and develop, especially as applications like Notion are creating all of these different views. And of course, I know Notion isn't a note taker, but it is that whole project management experience as well. So guys, hopefully this one helped explain my concerns with Evernote at the moment. Of course, this is more of a benchmark video for us to come back to in case anything goes wrong. But I do hope it gives you a solid idea of how these applications are developing. Anyway guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure in the description below to check out the 2 months free Skillshare Premium, which you can claim in the description below. So hopefully you can enjoy it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too intense. Let me know in the comments what you think, because I'd really love to hear that. Anyway guys, I'll see you guys in a future feature. Thank you very much. Make sure to have a great week, keep productive, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers.